Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. So this is gonna be more of a 10-minute rant, close more to a 10-minute rant than a little 5-minute rant that I do. But I will say 5 minutes in the actual video. But this is the thing, guys. There are really some truth and facts in what I'm trying to get to, because our country is in disarray. The authority is everywhere. They don't know what to tell the people, so they're just coming up with different things. They're at a state of confusion, and we as the children of the Most High, we have to continue to watch and pray, because Messiah did tell us about these things that will be coming to pass. So as you watch the video, yes, some of the things I do, I'm trying to be a little goofy, but I still try to relay truth. So brothers and sisters, just keep your eyes on the things of the spirit, and just pay attention to the things that are happening worldwide. I mean, we know that the news media is fake, and we know that the government is doing everything they can to brainwash us and cause us to believe them. I mean, so just continue to watch and pray. Love y'all.
The government in a state of confusion, scared of the coronavirus. 5-minute rant with Wesley Smith on Let's Talk Truth. Alright guys, so let's talk truth. Because I was sitting there listening to some of these discussions that were going on in the media today, and just, throughout the week, and it was just hilarious. Like this guy right here, Secretary of Homeland Defense, Chad Wolf.
Do you know today how many the experts are predicting?
We only know that, again, we anticipate those numbers to grow in the U.S. That's why we're making sure that our operations, again, at our airports, land ports, and elsewhere are flexible.
But you can't tell us how many your models are anticipating.
No, Senator. Again, I would defer you to the Health and Human Services for that.
Okay. Don't you think you ought to check on that
We will.
as the head of Homeland Security?
Absolutely. And again, we have task force members that are working this on every day.
I'm all for committees and task
So we're coordinating with them to make sure that our
You're the
operations.
secretary. I think you ought to know that answer.
Okay, so now look at that. This guy sits up there and he's stuttering and stuttering over his words, don't really know what he's going to say, and just lost. Now, that's a form of authority that is supposed to be, like, in other words, having control over what happens in the nation when it comes to defending the people. But the only thing it seems like he's worried about defending is Homeland Security. All right? So then you turn around and you have a police officer that we feel the need that this has to be done to arrest a 6-year-old little girl, and then brags about it like this.
The officer acknowledges she's the youngest person he's placed in custody.
She's 6. Now she has broken the record.
I just don't understand. And yet we wonder why our country is in turmoil. Now, another thing, let's talk truth on, right? Because you had President Trump saying that our country is not in any way in trouble with the coronavirus on one stand.
About the coronavirus, which is very well under control in our country.
But then you got the CDC on another stand saying this.
Now, it's not so much a question of if this will happen anymore, but rather more a question of exactly when.
Not if, but when. And then not only that, Trump turns around and says this.
Well, I don't think it's inevitable. It probably will. It possibly will. It could be at a very small level, or it could be at a larger level.
Right. So he said that it's inevitable or not inevitable, but when or if it does happen, right? Whether on a low scale or a big scale, like, bruh, make up your mind, Mr. President. All right, guys, I'm just kind of fed up with just all the bad news that we are hearing left and right. And I mean, the news has just become so ridiculous to the point where they give you one little detail of something good that happened, and it's all the way at the end of the news. You gotta go through a depression state just to get to the end of the news. It's ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, another thing I think about, let's talk truth on this. The president, he said, right, this nation was okay, but then the very next day, all of a sudden, some dude happens to have a coronavirus that never been out of the nation. So what is it? Are they, implanting these sleeper cells around to cause mischief and confusion? Brothers and sisters, Yah is not the author of confusion, right? Yahoo is not the author of confusion. So all this is a trick, right? They're trying to cause disruption so that they could bring forth this 5G and all that other stuff, and then turn around, listen to this, y'all, because the rant is about to end. But what they want to do is really disrupt the currency, because all of a sudden Dow Jones is down, right? All it messes up the economic system. All of this is a ploy just to get rid of the one currency that we have so they could bring in a new, so that the beast system can rise. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, this is just a ploy from the enemy to cause up a stir of confusion. It's called the Hegelian dialectic, where they bring forth chaos so then somebody can swoop in and bring forth order. Trust, brothers and sisters. We just have to trust in the Most High. Remember what Yahusha said. There will be earthquakes, famine, pestilence, and these things are the beginning of sorrows, right? So these are the things that are happening. We see these things happening. The plagues with the locusts and the pestilence with the coronavirus. And the earthquakes happening in diverse places. We see all this, the wars and the rumors of wars. So don't be troubled. He said, I have told you beforehand, he that endures unto the end, it is he that shall be saved. Wes Smith, signing out. Love you guys.
We have enough face masks?
We, for the Department of Homeland Security, we
I'm
do.
not asking for the Department of Homeland Security.
Are you looking?
I'm asking for the American people.
For the entire American public?
Yes.
No, I would say probably not.
Okay, how short are we?
I don't have that number offhand, Senator. I will get that for you.
Okay, but I want to be sure I understand. Somebody
Yes, sir.
is doing modeling
Yes, sir.
on how many cases we're anticipating.
Yes,
Just
sir.
not aware of them.
You're asking me a number of medical questions that
I'm asking you
CDC
questions
and
because you're
HHS
Secretary of
are
the
focusing
Department
on.
of Homeland Security, and you're supposed to keep us safe.
Yes, sir.
And you need to know the answers to these questions.
And
How far away are we from getting a vaccine?
in several months.
Well, that's not what we just heard testimony about. We're getting different answers from different officials. The Secretary of Homeland Security in the committee where I was previously testified we're months away from the vaccine. We were told this morning in the briefing it was between a year and a half, and